My first guest this evening, actor Ciaran McCourt, is taking to the seas in a new BBC production, The Titanic Sinks Tonight. But you might know him from Fair City and Unholy Lands, which we featured recently. And I'm delighted to welcome him to UTV Life. Ciaran, thank you so much indeed for joining me.
Pamela, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
What a busy boy you are.
I know. It's been a busy year, but it's a good problem to have.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I know a lot of these things would have been filmed in advance, but then they suddenly all come out at once.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's like waiting on a bus. Like everything then just comes out at once.
Tell me about it, and then you wait, and then
anyway, exactly.
Yeah. And it's raining. Yeah,
exactly.
But tell me, The Titanic Sinks Tonight. This is an amazing way to do a production. Can you explain it?
Oh, it was incredible. So, it was filmed in these state-of-the-art studios in Belfast. So it actually felt like you were, at times it felt like you were on the Titanic. You know what I mean? You could actually see it. Obviously, growing up in Belfast, I think everyone has that special connection to Titanic. And this as well it's my first time playing a real person, so that's very exciting in itself,
Because this is a series that is told from survivors' points of view.
Yeah. So it's real life. I think there's been 13 productions altogether made about Titanic, including the film with Jack and Rose. But this is the first time they've used real survivors' testimonies. So I'm playing a guy, Fred Barrett, who often gets called the unsung hero of Titanic. He was a Liverpudlian guy. He was the lead stoker on the ship, and I won't give too much away, but he saved a lot of lives. He was a great man. So there was a lot of pressure in that sense, playing a real person. That
I can imagine, but also the fact that he was a stoker and somebody who worked on the ship and survived.
Oh yeah.
Because those were the people that were not getting
Not
the
many
jump
did,
ship.
and as I say, you'll see why he survived. But an incredible man. The bravery that he showed, I could only dream of, I could only comprehend.
And it is something, I mean, when you read back into somebody's story like that and you see, he's probably a very modest man, a worker, but somehow finds that steely resolve inside him that we don't know we have.
Oh, yeah.
And you can bring that out as well, and that must have been quite fascinating for an actor as well.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to kind of show, when we look back at heroes from history, I think there's this mythical kind of idea about them, but I was trying to break down the man, and he was scared on the night. He was,
of course.
This will take you. It's 4 episodes, and it'll take you, hour by hour of what happened exactly, on the night of the Titanic.
So it's a bit like 24 in that each episode is an hour.
Yeah.
Of actual life.
Exactly, and it's the emotions that he was facing, and he was very afraid, but he had to put on this brave face for his men, because his first priority, the hero he was to save them, So behind every hero, they're human at the end of the day, and that was what I wanted to really portray when I was playing him.
Did you get to meet the other stories, the other people?
Some of them, we would be filming around the same time. I would, get to meet the others. It was very, very interesting, because we would all talk about, some of the actors who were in it, their person didn't survive, and everyone had their own story, and it was very interesting. I didn't actually, even though, Titanic was built from where we were sitting, a few hundred yards away, so I should have known more about it. I grew up fascinated by it.
But it is, everybody just thinks, the story
this
of
is
Titanic.
it. This gave me a real chance to really look into it and see what happened there, which is important for, I think, everyone from Belfast, Well,
we mentioned the Unholy Lands, but we've talked about the Unholy Lands before. Lost City is another one that is coming to our screens.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Very gritty. Let's just have a quick look.
I never wanted you involved in this.
It's not your fault, Siobhan.
He brings that chaos and violence wherever he goes, and as a result, he has developed very, very powerful enemies in the underworld.
I need you to fix this for me.
Oh, here, beautifully shot, but even that music's got such a hint of menace beneath it. I watched the entire trailer.
Yeah.
And that's just a little bit that we can show at 7 o'clock on a Friday night. Tell us about Lost City.
So I'm very excited for that. So the director is a guy, Sean Murray, who me and him had basically shot his first ever short film, Fractured City, about 10 years ago.
Brilliant.
And then he went into documentary making, and he's been a very successful documentary maker, and he always kind of said, when he gets back into scripted TV, we would work together again. So 10 years later, I didn't think it would take him this long, but he's back, and I'm buzzing about that. So we shot a pilot for it, earlier this year, and now, you know, the script's kind of been changed. It's got even bigger and better. You know, there's a lot of very exciting actors attached to it now.
It's
as
John
well.
Connor who's just...
Yeah.
He's producing and
Yeah, John
starring.
Connor's producing and starring in it. You've got Martin McCann, Stephen Ray, Geraldine Hughes.
What, I
Jane
mean, what
O'Neill.
would it be without Marty McCann these days?
Exactly. Come on, you need Marty McCann in there. So yeah, there's a lot of very exciting actors, a lot of actors that I look up to, such as Martin. You know, so to be acting alongside them, I'm really buzzing for it. We're actually shooting the full film December and January. So
That's so exciting. So you've
I
got
can't wait.
the Titanic Sinks Tonight coming out in December, then you're filming, and then that'll come out next time.
yeah, that might.
But yet you've built up a little fan base already. I believe you met a couple of fans.
Yeah.
Tell me about these two lovely people.
So Keenan and Sarah. Well, Keenan, I want to give a shout out to Keenan because I know he'll
There
be
they are on screen.
I know he'll be watching this. Keenan had basically seen me in Casualty I did Casualty about 5 years ago, and he decided I was his favourite actor, and he'd wrote me letters, and he had got a photo of me put up on his wall in his house and stuff. I'd signed the photo, but we'd never actually met. So I was like, we'll have to get him along to the premiere. So he came down on the night, and I finally got to meet him. And now we're best mates. You know?
That's lovely.
Yeah,
That's really, really
He's
nice.
also an actor, so I've told him. Apparently he's fantastic. I've heard it on Good Authority. He's a brilliant wee actor. So we're going to do a film together.
Now, you're living in London,
Yep.
but you've come back to Belfast to film. You went to London, what, about 8 years or so ago now. Do you think now actors do not need to go to London? Because, I mean, I was mentioning before we came on air, the amount of actors from West Belfast who are hitting the big screen and hitting the big time is incredible.
Oh, yeah. There's something in the water in West Belfast, for sure. There's no doubt. I would say you don't need to be in London anymore. That's the truth. When I left drama school, I felt like you did. I moved there when I didn't know anyone in London. Like, honestly, I moved there on my own into a flat with random people, and I felt I had to be there. Then I grew to love this city, and that's probably why I'm there now. But
the opportunities we have here.
The opportunities we have here, also, everything's self-taped now, really, audition-wise. So you could be living anywhere. You know, you could be living in Rome or, you know, wherever you wanted. You don't need to be in London. But I do love London. But the opportunities, I have actually found that most of my stuff is coming back to Ireland. So I have my mum and me here, like always. You know,
when you came
move,
home,
exactly.
son,
Yeah.
please tell me when you came home you brought your washing.
Oh yeah. Come on.
Good man.
Come on, I have to. I'm still there.
If nothing else, it'll be the chippies and the takeouts that'll bring you back to Belfast.
Oh yeah. There's nothing like the takeaways, and it's funny because London is a great food city. There's no doubt about it. But like our Chineses, our chippies, they're creme de la creme. And that's true though. There's nowhere like it.
I can see the next production being done in a chip shop. Is there a
I
big
might make a
role?
film about chippies or Chineses. Who knows?
Is there a big role coming up for you?
I can't say too much. But yeah, potentially in the new year, I will be announcing something. Very
Okay.
exciting. Yep.
Watch this space.
What's this space? Yeah.
And in the meantime, look out for the Titanic Sinks Tonight and
Yep.
Lost City. Ciaran, I have no doubt whatever it is that you do, there'll be an awful lot more red carpets to come.
Thanks very much.
Thank you
I
so much
appreciate
indeed
that.
for joining me.
Cheers.